Hey, everybody. Welcome to Goddamn Weekend Hamburgers. That was suggested by Eric Davies on YouTube. And guess what? It's time for us to pick a winner. If you sign up to become a member of the 420 Club, you can be eligible for our monthly giveaways. And you could do that at patreon.com/gettingdoug. The person whose name I draw out of the bowl today is going to be able to bring 3 of their friends to either to the Spacement for a live show with us here, or if that's not convenient, I'll come to a comedy club near you and do a show and invite you and your friends down. And the winner is... What kind of name is 420 Chart Ops? From Minneapolis. So that's exciting. I always love going to Minneapolis. It might be a little too late to get in there this year before the cold sets in. But the next time I'm in Minneapolis, 420 Chart Ops, if they could prove that's their name, it's going to be in the audience. Doug plugs. Thursday night, I'm doing the Benson Interruption at the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. And then Saturday, I'm doing Doug Loves Movies at that same festival. I'll be there, this week. And then Wednesday through Saturday, August 1 to 4, I'm doing shows at the Traverse City Film Festival. And Doug Loves Movies is going to be at the Variety Playhouse in Atlanta, Georgia on August 12th, I want to say. For more dates and deets and info, go to douglovesmovies.com and enjoy the show. Hey, all right, here we are. I forgot to set my alarm, but it is... here in California, 19 minutes after the hour, so it's almost time for me to smoke with, from my left to further left, Sara Weinshenk and Natasha Leggero. Yeah!
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. What's your fancy beverage, Sarah?
Just a Diet Coke. A little Diet Coke.
In a glass with a straw?
She looks like it's
with
a
bendy
commercial.
straw? Yeah.
She was really selling it, so I asked for the same thing, but look, they gave me this dumb mug.
Yeah. we gotta have at least 2 of these on the set.
She looks so cute with the dress doing this, and now I gotta drink out.
Well, let's
I have to drink an iced beverage out of a mug. Nobody wants that. Can I have a straw at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, get her a bendy straw if you can.
And a glass, right?
No, I'll use. I can make it work.
Or we can get you a glass during the break, because we aim to please here. But right now we got to start smoking because it's 420 somewhere.
Ding! 420 somewhere.
The East Coast
420
specifically.
here, right? Oh wait, no, it's not.
All right, maybe you want to sit this one out?
I have a baby at home, so time just doesn't matter anymore.
Right, here you go.
So I have to pick one of these?
Yeah, I know. It's a tough decision. But,
is it all the same stuff inside?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should tell you, we have for the sativa today, it's called In the Pines. Oh. And then we also have an indica standing by if you want it. And that's called Larry OG. And there's a straw.
See, I wish your pipe looked like this.
But that's one of those newfangled like paper straws because plastic straws are gonna go away. They're gonna stop being a thing.
Oh really?
Yeah. Do they have bendy straws that are paper? Have you
I don't
discovered
think that would
yet?
work.
It shouldn't work, right?
See, but now it looks like I'm drinking coffee with a straw.
But it's a cute
we'll
straw.
get you a glass.
But I
get you
want to
everything
keep
you want.
complaining about it.
Oh, okay. What's going on with both of you? Natasha, let's start with you.
Well, we met in the green room.
Oh, you two had never met before?
No.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Both LA comics running around, always at you're both at the store a lot. That's interesting that you...
No, I'm usually at home.
Oh, yeah? For the last 3 or 4 years?
The last 2 years.
Long pregnancy?
I see why people
I was at home for a few years conceiving, and then...
I see why people want another baby, because it is a good excuse to, like, just have people wait on you for a year.
Oh, okay.
You know, because then if you do 2 babies, that's like a good 3-year chunk of, just not doing anything.
Right, but you got to have a baby in you, though. Isn't that uncomfortable?
Oh yeah, that sucks. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
You sure about this? Sure. Okay. Mind if I just keep moving the straw back and forth?
Oh, that looks great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does yours still looks better, but it's okay.
Yeah, I haven't drank that stuff for many years.
Do you see
The
it?
Coca-Colas.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why I did. I'm telling you, because her dress looked so cute, and she was really selling it. So.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stick with my water or vodka. Let's not be specific. And
A mug of vodka.
yeah.
I love that.
If it were later in the day, I would definitely
What's the
put some vodka in
earliest
there.
you've ever drank alcohol in the day?
Oh, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever.
No, but you have to wake up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I every once in a while.
11.
I don't like the morning drinks. I don't like mimosas, and I don't like Bloody Marys. And screwdrivers are just okay. So I'm sort of,
It's always weird when people drink wine in
Out.
the morning.
oh, that's
Yeah.
really weird.
I've seen it.
What you been to Cougar Town? Where'd that happen?
Well, I've heard about it. Like, isn't that what Johnny Depp does? Like, you see, like, you read about.
He's a
like,
morning
famous,
wine drinker?
Yes, but also.
It feels European, maybe.
Yeah,
to do that.
maybe.
And he loves being European.
I've seen it in first class too.
Yeah.
Like people
yeah.
drinking wine at like a 7 a.m. flight.
I had like
Red wine.
I had like an 11 a.m. lunch and I had a little white wine with it, and it felt a little too early. But I do like to get the white wine with the airline food because it's just nice to sip something that tastes good after each bite of that horrible, horrible food.
I could see that.
It's not the food's not that bad, but,
I was like, those jokes don't work
but it's
anymore
still
because
nice. The food's not that bad.
it's always first class and they put a little more effort. Don't they have like a chef?
Yeah. I mean, the ones with the huge first class, they like have a menu and stuff, and that they hand you at the beginning of the flight. But typical first class on short flights, it's just like today they brought around a basket full of muffins. It's
Yeah.
like, get away from me.
I eat like a lot of dry food.
A lot of what?
Dry food and coach.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
things in bags,
Right.
Me too, because Moshe, my husband, won't let us fly first class.
Really?
to keep you like humble.
What's that?
Is that
Behind, what's behind that?
What's behind it is dollars. The
Wait,
amount of
but
dollars.
don't you guys have frequent flyer miles and you get free upgrades?
I never really figured that out.
Yeah, you should have your shifty husband look into it. Have Pig Meat look into it.
Pig Bottom?
Pig Bottom? What was his name on your jacuzzi show?
On Tubbing with Tosh, his name is Pig Bottom.
Oh, Pig Bottom.
Yeah.
I call him Pig Meat.
Pig Bottom is an actual thing. It's someone who will do anything. I think it's he will do anything.
Anything you desire, he
Yeah.
will do it for you. I remember that. It was weird. Because didn't he also just walk around like in a diaper?
No, Doug.
What was it he was wearing on that show?
You're just mad because you weren't on it.
It's true. I was like, why aren't I tubbing with Tosh? I got to do, what's your science show called?
Stone Science.
Stone Science. I got to do that with her and Kim Cogden, who was in town for a few days, and I would love to have her back on the show, but she's a New Yorker now.
Yeah.
We got to time it better next time. But yeah, we did that show, and we played with an ant farm, Natasha.
An ant farm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like you were losing interest, so I thought I'd get you with ant farm.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a hot topic for
farm.
you to talk about.
I don't really like bugs.
Me neither. I
Imagine.
got bug bites all over me
Me too.
when I was down in San Diego. They
Yeah.
bit the shit out of
And
me.
also, I have ants in my house, so that would just...
That is such a bummer when that happens.
So do I, and you think that they'd be easy to capture for an ant farm, but they're not. They're hard to get, and if you want to order them online, it takes, 3 to 4 weeks. So I had to get them myself.
Yeah, your ant farm fervor when you first order them
Yeah,
is not the same as when they arrive weeks later.
yeah.
What's this package that somebody stomped on and there's ants coming out of it? Oh, it's my box of ants that I ordered. I got a special announcement that I'd like to make on my show today because I can do that sort of thing. This is hot off the presses, and we got a graphic to show you what it is. I'm going to be on the Trailer Park Boys cruise March 6th through 10th in 2019.
That
Take a
sounds
look at
fun.
that. I think it's going to be really fun.
Wait, what? they do a cruise?
This is their first one. I've done cruises with bands and with Impractical Jokers, but this is my first one with them.
And so what happens like at dinner? Like you have to wait in line with the people who you just did a show for and socialize with them while you're at the buffet line?
No, you can go to the artist's dinner and do it there. You have to talk to the other artists, but
so there's
nice.
Separate food.
Yeah,
for the performers.
If you want it. But I eat in the regular buffet all the time because it's fun. You know, if you're having good sets, it's fun to walk around the boat and talk to people. You know, I guess if you were bombing, it would suck.
That's why it's good that you're a comedian, because I think there's a lot of people, like I would never want to, after a show, like hang out for an hour and a half and talk to like weird men.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That does not sound fun to me, but for you, it's like...
I don't like weird men either, but but generally it's a different kind of weird that I'm getting. They're just fanning out, and in your case, they want everything. They want it all.
Everything.
Right? They're too demanding, aren't they? But now that you're married, does that help? Say I'm married? Get out of my face?
I just don't. He can go out and do stand-up.
Or you just hold your baby. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I get that.
All right.
No, I like to do it with him, but I don't generally like to like socialize afterwards.
I see.
With anybody, really.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
I feel like
I
don't have the energy to do that in my life.
Okay.
That makes
but I
sense.
think it's good that you do, because it's so much a part of being a comedian.
It can be. I mean, there's all sorts of different paths. I mean, going home and not talking to anyone is I think that could work.
I heard about comedians who come. Have you heard this one where the guy, we all know who I don't know if I should say his name, but he like comes up in the car right before he goes on stage, like 4 minutes before he goes on stage.
Oh, Richard Lewis?
Yeah. And then the car's waiting for him, and he goes back into his green room, out the alley, and right into the, like no matter where he is.
Yeah.
In the Midwest or whatever.
No, I love that about him. I think that's cool, and but you got to be pretty funny to insist on that.
That's true.
Hey, I'm coming to your town. I'm a total hack, and this is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna drive me up to the door. I mean, I bet you he runs into problems in some places, because you know how like some clubs don't have a back door or a side door.
Right, because these are like smallish clubs that he's playing too.
Yeah.
It's not like they're.
But I still bet he just like jumps out of the car when it's his turn to go on and runs into the club and goes up and then.
Can you
runs
imagine
off.
his idea of hell is like the club's feature like cornering him in the green room and asking him for comedy advice.
Oh, so those
hilarious.
Trailer Park Boys cruise tickets should be, you should be able to sign up for it soon, and you go to Trailer Park Boys Cruise on Twitter, and I think there's also probably a website and all that stuff. But I'm really looking forward to it, and strangely enough, I'm going to be doing 2 cruises back to back, because right before that I'm going to be on the 311 cruise.
What?
That.
Yeah, it's a band, 311, and they have lots of other bands, and they're all, how should I put this? They all like getting dug.
They're fans?
Stoners.
No, they like to get high.
It's like a stoner culture.
Cool.
Doug, do you have like
So cool.
a buffet strategy for when you're at the buffet? You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's thank you for bringing that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
my strategy is do not wait in line. Just dart in and out at the things that you want, because the waiting in line with a tray in your hands feels like you're in prison or something.
But that's not really how you're supposed to act at a public buffet. Like that's how you act on a set. Like the actor can kind kind of.
Sure.
You're saying you don't
well,
wait
I'm still
in
the
line.
comedian, so
That's
they'll be like,
true.
oh, Doug Benson edged in front of me to get an apple. What the fuck? Apparently he needs a pipe.
To get a slice of ham or something.
Yeah. No, but I'm also like the buffet, there's no real line for the buffet because the buffet is like 24/7. There's food available all the time on cruise ships.
I mean...
So you don't really have to queue up to get it. And then they have certain restaurants that you have to pay for, but most of it's included. And some you have to make a reservation. But for the most part, it's just, there's just food available all the time.
Wait, but this is my question. Do you have like a certain type of food that you like to start with? You know what I mean? Because I always get fucking overwhelmed. It's like, do I skip a salad just because it's here? Do I take it?
I say always skip the salad.
That's what I think.
Yeah, and also
It
go
looks gross. You
start
have
with
to
the
put
dessert.
it on the same plate as like the gravy, or you have to carry a salad bowl and your plate.
Or do you get a bunch?
Skip it.
Yeah, that's true. Do you get a bunch of different plates though? Because you can.
But then you're that
Desserts
person
first.
with like 2 plates.
Yeah.
We all have so much opinion on this. Do the desserts first, and then that way, you know how much room you have left on your plate and in your stomach.
Just if you can, whenever possible, go to a formal dining situation.
I like that.
I do very much.
Oh, what about the one where you have to wait in line and then they give you the number and then you have to sit and wait for them to bring it to you? Or you have to go get it?
Like a deli?
No, like more like she's talking like more kind of like Baja Fresh, right?
I don't go there.
But that's hilarious.
I was like 2 rungs up from Baja Fresh.
I'm trying to think. Baja Fresh.
You know, you like wait in line like at like a coffee shop that's like a hipster coffee shop, and then they give you this little thing, and then you have to like
squirrel.
But you still have to
a little
wait
sign
in line
for your table.
Yes, but you still have to wait in line for a half hour,
A number.
and then you have to wait for
You
the
take
food
the number
to come.
over. Yeah.
And then when they bring the food, if you have a question, they can't answer.
They don't know.
Yeah,
They just work there.
That's true.
I would prefer a buffet to that.
Okay.
But everyone always said the Vegas buffets were good, and I went to one, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a buffet bitch.
I don't like it.
Sushi
I think
and
all
pancakes,
you can eat. All you can eat is
Sushi and pancakes is like the grossest combo.
Syrup.
I don't want all I can eat anything really.
Like a slice of
Because
sirloin.
I can eat too much of it. That's how much I can eat. Too much. This has been awesome so far.
sure.
We're getting good and high, and we're gonna be back with pot topics and some dabs. Pot topic. After these messages. Hey guys, I know this can be a bit embarrassing to talk about, but some of you out there are probably struggling to perform in the bedroom. But you're not alone. Sexual performance issues are actually pretty common. Over 25% of new ED cases are guys under 40. And instead of turning to weird science to solve the problem, or even doing nothing, try a real solution with Hims. Hims is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. They offer familiar generic equivalents to name brand prescriptions that help you battle ED. These aren't snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. This is real medicine. And Hims is all online. Just visit forhims.com, answer a few quick questions, and chat with a doctor for a confidential review. Then it ships directly to your door so you can avoid those awkward doctor visits. Don't miss out on all the fun when there's such a simple solution. Thanks to science, ED can be optional. Try Hims for a month today for $5. We'll get you started for just $5 while supplies last. See website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/DougED. That's forhims.com/DougED. forhims.com/DougED. All right, welcome back. We're here with Sara Weinshenk and, both in fancy sunglasses, and Natasha Leggero, and Alicia's joining us for Hot Topics. But I also want to say that I learned during the break that Natasha Leggero never sits with her legs open. Never? Not even like around a campfire? Like at a ball game? That's how you sit at a ball game? You got
keep going.
What do you got? What are you eating?
Oh, you actually have
What
kettle
is that?
corn. Huh?
You got a bag of kettle corn.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's okay. Light. I don't like light.
Oh, right. It doesn't have enough heft to it.
All
Now
right,
you're
I'm
going to
shut
sit with
my
your legs
legs
open
now.
all the time.
This is called manspreading,
Your
right?
new look.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Like dudes will do it on the subway.
They do it. My dad does it. He
Why?
rented a party bus to
That
come
seems
see me in
uncomfortable
Chicago.
to me.
And we were looking.
I wouldn't enjoy having my legs far apart like that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It just seems like you're just setting up a target for somebody. Come kick my
It's
dick.
just you get more like you get more space,
Yeah, you get more room.
more realty.
Yeah. But then your knees are probably touching people. I don't know. I don't like it.
I get
No
it.
manspreading out there. Alicia, let's have some pot topics.
Okay. Hot topic. Better be good.
I'm gonna smoke more
This better
before I
be
try to
amazing.
give
Yeah,
news to
take a hit
Natasha.
first.
I'm not high enough for this.
I want to know about that party bus your dad rented later.
It was pretty funny. There's nothing to know about it. He just rented a party bus.
Just so he could sit like that?
No, to come see me from Rockford to Chicago, so it's like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. So
And he,
you
like-
got a long ride, might as well party.
Right, so it had like, alcohol and like, strobe lights.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Your dad should host his own tour.
Yeah,
Visiting your shows
take
with
you
you.
to,
Oh, yeah, that'd be
take you
funny.
to each-
Yeah.
Yeah. You just point him out in the audience each show, and the spotlight shines on him. Then he has to drive to the next town, and you fly there comfortably.
So what is that, like a 2-minute bit? I don't know if it'd be worth it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like not even 2 minutes. Just like, hey, my dad's here, and then then he has to go to the next town.
Sounds like a dream come true.
I love it.
He should have like the after party in the bus.
That's a thing that comics have started doing. They have like a DJ set after they host a party after their headlining set.
Yeah, like Hannibal will do that.
Then they can
And he himself DJs?
yes, like
Yeah.
and it's like it's a
It's a whole thing.
people who like to hang out with the crowd.
Right, but DJs, that's if you want to like still be around the crowd but not speak to them, that's a sweet gig because you can always
Oh, yeah,
you can
it's
always
too loud.
You can always just be like messing around like I gotta
Wait, that sounds fun because then I can like party to music and like talk to who I want.
exactly.
But then you don't have to just
They have
randomly.
to approach like you're the judge at the bench. They have to come up to you,
Right.
and it's usually with a song request that you get to say "fuck off." No, I'm not playing that song.
But do I have
which
to
is
learn
a
how
fun
to
feeling.
work do I
What?
have to learn how to scratch? I could just plug in the iPod.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what DJ's becoming is just.
Yeah.
And now here's the next song.
I like that people are upset about that, like being a DJ with some like amazing talent. Was it?
No,
We've been making fun of DJs when they actually were doing something.
Yeah.
that's valid. Real.
They were just giving you seamless music, basically.
Like,
that's,
were you happy
That's all
if
they're
your
doing
child-
when they're doing that. It's just setting up this next song so it just goes right into it. You know?
Would you be happy if your child grew up to be a DJ?
No.
Sounds like you failed.
I would if my child grew up to be DJ Tanner.
God, I hope he's a DJ.
We gotta do the pot topics.
Okay, sorry.
She's here.
So, Tilray, which is a 5-year-old medical marijuana company out of British Columbia, they were the first company to sell shares of its stock to the public in the United States.
Wait, we could buy stock in a Canadian weed company?
It's a Canadian weed company, but they're the first one to now sell in the US, so it is on the NASDAQ.
All right. Let's do it, everybody.
We're in.
Let's get it. What else is interesting about it?
Well, so immediately, just off of their initial stock, they raised $153 million, which was far higher than anyone had anticipated. And so we'll see what happens next. But
That's a lot of stock, right?
it was they sold, I believe it was 9 million at $7 each.
$7 a share.
$7
And they
a share.
raised 153 million.
I want someone to look that up if they could.
There's so much. Daniel is great at looking stuff up. Yeah, there's so much money to be made in weed. Like people could have these rich people that want all the money. They could have more than all the money if they just get on board instead of being conservative and acting like there's something bad about smoking weed.
They raised 153 million. You're right about that. The stock was $17 and closed.
$17
And it
stock.
closed at 22.55. About a third.
We have fact checking.
How
Yeah.
does the right feel about marijuana being legal now? Are they mad?
I think they don't know how to feel because it doesn't really impact their lives, but it's
I think their big reason it's not legal for the whole nation yet.
it's
so.
it's racism is why it's illegal mostly so they can incarcerate people of color for 3 strikes of being caught with a roach.
I'm so stoned.
I know, and I always bring everybody on the show down when I start talking about
I can't process
incarceration.
this.
But how's the new season of Orange Is the New Black? It's not out yet. Okay.
I haven't watched it since.
Once it is out, I can't wait to find out how it is because that's how I watch that show. I just ask people. I don't actually view it. I just go, how is it?
What are your favorite TV shows?
Oh, great question. Right now, my favorite shows are So You Think You Can Dance
Really?
and
Really?
I mean, it's the only show that I've been watching every episode.
It must be
of.
funny.
It's not funny. It's just I just like watching people be talented and judged.
And there's a contestant that was
succeed.
just on the show very
Yeah.
recently.
That's part of why I started watching this season is because Laganja Stranja was on this show and was also a contestant.
Wait, I've never heard anyone talk about this show.
So you think you could dance?
No.
It's been on for so long.
It's like American
a
Idol, but
talent show?
it's American Idol, but dancing.
dance.
But they're not dancing together like ballroom dancing.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they
And
get paired
everyone's
up.
kind of good, or do they get people who
They
can't
get
move at
people
all?
who are amazing.
Because
Okay.
they have to know like every type of dance. It can't be like
The trick
I'm a
of the
great
show is
ballerina.
they have to learn other disciplines. So like a guy that's great at hip hop dancing, it's amazing to watch. But then when they make him ballroom dance, then he's fucked.
That's so cool.
That's when they go, so you think you can dance?
Is there?
But I got to give you a real answer. That one was silly. My favorite show right now is coming back on AMC in August in a couple weeks. Is Better Call Saul.
That's the
That's
best.
a great one.
Our friend Bob Odenkirk will never come on here because he doesn't smoke weed.
Okay, so that's one show. What else do you like?
Let's do another thing about pot.
I'm sorry. I thought we were trying to make conversation.
Getting TV
I thought she
tips.
was done.
She's a conversation starter. You're right. That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what she's here for.
So New Jersey.
Yes.
I don't even.
Now your interest is back, isn't it?
We're gonna talk
Natasha?
about dogs in this one.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
on board.
All right, got you.
Do you have a favorite TV show, Natasha?
Another period on Comedy Central.
That is a good one.
It also, coincidentally, I star in it and also created it with Ricky Lindholm. But
Yeah,
has she
no,
been on
I-
the show?
She has, yes. I tried to get her for today, but she's already up in Montreal for Just for Laughs.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. But yeah, I popped in on that show for a second.
Oh yeah.
Masturbate. I don't know what my credit was. Masturbating
Masturbator.
gentleman.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because Ricky's in the episode. She's in one of the first ever porn films, and me and Steve Agee are excited to buy tickets from Andy Kindler.
Amazing.
You guys just have a list of every comedian friend of yours. Just go down the line. Gentleman masturbator.
Andy's a good actor.
Vibrator salesman. Andy's great, yeah.
Andy Kindler's,
He's gonna,
like, really
of
good.
course, he rules Just for Laughs.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be up there doing his annual speech and his alternative show, and he'll pop up on one of my shows, I believe, as well. But my guests are a secret. New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Medical marijuana is now legal there.
Yeah.
However,
Over Chris Christie's dead body, by the way. That's what he used to say, and now he's still alive and it's legal. Suck it.
so veterinarians, though, it is illegal for them to even suggest anything to do with CBD. They can't prescribe it. They can't even recommend anything to do with it. And so people are
Because
really
they're just
upset
worried
about
for
that.
animals?
I mean, that's what they claim, but
Right. But, animals are, they're going to get involved in the whole weed thing because some pets like it when you blow it in their face. And you could tell.
What?
You could tell. They let you know. Cats and dogs let you know if they like being high. Goldfish let you know right away because they just float to the top.
My friend's baby has epilepsy, and marijuana is the only thing that helps,
yeah.
apparently.
Right.
And it's like they've tried everything else, and that thing is consistently. But I still think it's hard to buy it and to travel with it, and at least a couple years ago it was because it's medication.
Yeah. It's, traveling with it's gotten interesting because as long as you don't take a lot, it doesn't seem to be a priority because of, terrorism. But
Have you ever toked up from a pen in the bathroom of an airplane?
I haven't, but I know people who have, and they seem to be mostly success stories.
I heard of a failure.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did that?
I can't tell you.
Okay, but what'd they do?
They took a toke of the weed pen in the bathroom, and then an alarm went off.
Oh no.
And then they came out, and the person was like, and they were just like, I don't know what happened.
Right.
And then when the plane was landing, they handed them a card, and there was interrogation waiting for her after the
Wait.
But
after the flight, and then the police officer like they kept referring to it as tobacco, even though the person who was caught was saying, and they ended up just apologizing.
Right, because also, like, that's funny because...
I'm just saying it doesn't always go well.
Right, but also that it's funny that tobacco, you know, they're going to feel some empathy for the person that they're on a flight and they, you know, need to smoke and they resort to that, you know, because that's how addicting it is, you know. But like if they thought they were in there smoking weed, they'd probably be, you know, meaner about it.
Yeah, I would never do that. Although you never know when it gives off so little smoke.
Well, you know, if it's a night flight and everybody's sleeping, you could just blow it under your blanket or whatever.
You've done that, right?
I haven't. I never try that stuff. Because I always have edibles, you know, ready to go if I really feel like I need to be high on a plane.
I feel like an edible high would be the worst thing on a plane.
It is. I know from experience. It's really hard.
I love it.
Yeah.
I took an edible. They asked me if I'd be willing to sit in the emergency exit rows to like assist when the ship, like if something goes down.
I'm always right there.
And I'm like,
no,
I'm not ready to assist if the shit goes down. Like, can I move? And they moved me because I was like
honest.
so fucking
Nobody's
high.
ever actually honest about that.
But it just was.
And then don't you feel like claustrophobic?
Yes. Yeah, but like. It's a fine line though, because if you get just the right amount, it's great.
Yeah, I get lucky and get the right amount every time. Because even if I'm like too high, I just it makes it more of an adventure and less just going through the motions. Because I fly so much, you know, I flew today and I'm flying tomorrow, and it's just being high through all of it. It really gets me through.
My last flight, the lady next to me took off her shoes and then started putting her foot in a sock like right next to me, and it was I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I was next to a guy who had his sandals kicked off, and I just kept saying to myself, well, the sandals weren't covering much anyway.
That's a good angle.
But I was still not happy about it.
That's the best part about having a baby is I don't have to travel anymore.
Yeah.
Or at least I have an excuse.
Right.
Like I can't.
But I mean, is that your plan to not travel anymore? Till like the kid's 18 or something?
No, but I just like using it as like an excuse to not get on an airplane. Because I did it for so long. And like what you're saying, it sucks.
It's nice when it stops.
Yeah.
But I also make it, you know.
And also traveling with a baby seems like it would be so hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the attitude of people around you that don't want to hear from your baby must be terrible. Although most parents seem really good at ignoring my dirty stares, my angry. Like
You've been around crying kids.
Oh yeah, all the time. Now, you know, people will buy a crying kid a seat in first class. I'm like, that is a real waste of money.
What are they
If the
supposed to do
kid's not going to have a good
instead?
time, they might as well be in a shitty seat.
Wait, oh, you mean like make the kid go back there?
Yeah. Put the kid in coach.
Then
Cry
you
back
have
in
to go
coach.
with.
Like, mommy and daddy sit up front in first class and the baby's just in the back.
Did we get through that whole New Jersey story?
So basically, some state legislators are calling for there to be some sort of meeting to address this because people are really bummed out about it. And I did find out that there's a bill here in California, in the California Assembly, which would protect veterinarians from any sort of disciplinary action.
That's cool for the veterinarians.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people out there. We were at a Canna Spa event recently, and where they just had all these different weed products. And there was a station, and I've also seen it in MedMen, the marijuana dispensary. There's these products that they're marketing as give this to your dog, give this to your cat. And, you know, so I get the debate because some people think that's cruel and other people know how to give their pets a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's cruel or not. Like, how do these things get on the market without lots of people stepping in and saying, this has to be tested? Like, let's test these animal products on humans for once.
Right, and the dog's not getting high.
I smoke pot and put it in my, I have a Chihuahua named Pablo who's really bad. And so to calm him down, I'll smoke pot and then blow it in his ears. And he just like goes into the corner.
In his ears?
Yeah, because it's like, I think it gets inside of him.
Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about. There'll be
Chills him
people that are
out.
mad
I like
about
that.
doing that, though.
Oh, maybe, can you delete this?
We got to go to a break. Thank you to Alicia for Pod Topics. Send her Pod Topics on Twitter. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
And we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Hey, we're back. We were talking about some heavy shit during the break, but we're going to get back in the fun zone right away. It's Natasha Leggero, first of all. She's got a special on Netflix with her hubby, Moshe, called Honeymoon, the Honeymoon Special.
The Honeymoon stand-up special. We're on
Yeah.
our honeymoon, but it's also our special. I did it, I was 8 months pregnant, and then, actually that was the last flight I took back from that special, and then they were
Whoa.
like, you can't fly anymore. So I'm going to stay home for a couple
So
years.
where the ones on Netflix, where'd you do it?
In Austin.
Oh, okay.
It's 3 parts. The first part is I do a set, a half-hour set, then Moshe does a half-hour set, and then we do live relationship counseling in Act 3, which we end up just roasting the couples who want to come on stage, but it's really fun.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds so cool.
That's like a show I would see,
Yeah.
you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're
I
now
could watch it on
Now we
Netflix.
can.
Have you seen the Martin Short,
Yes, it
Steve
was
Martin
good.
thing? That is so fun.
great.
It's really.
It's so fun. It's like it's just so odd the way they just sort of go back and forth. And
I
the
love
bits where-
Hollywood
The
stories.
bits where they're mean to each other, where they insult each other, are
Yeah.
so good.
I thought
It's
it was
like they
really
really
cool.
roast each other good. Like they'd both be great at roasting if they weren't also
Oh, yeah.
wanted to be thought of as very nice guys.
And they're so talented.
Yeah, I know. I mean, too talented. It's like show-offs.
Yeah.
Sara Weinshenk, you have a podcast called Shank?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long's that been going?
For the last 2 months.
Oh, okay.
It's new.
Fairly new?
Yeah.
What happens on Shank?
It's like fashion.
Is it about a prison yard? Somebody gets a knife in the side?
Yeah. I talk to comedians about fashion.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's why I'm not going to get the call.
No, sometimes I just talk to them about like weird phases that they went through. Like, you know, sometimes you find out someone was a goth or that they liked wearing like,
I like that idea.
it's fun. Yeah, check it out.
I wore all black for like 4 years,
You did? It's chic. It's a chic move.
like 7th grade through sophomore year, I think.
What, the summer's miserable though?
No,
All black in the summer?
no, you
Gotta
know,
be a bummer.
guess.
Stone Science is the web series I mentioned earlier in the show, in the first act that you do with Kimberly Congdon, and you can be reached at Princess Shank on Instagram
Twitter. Yep.
and Twitter. Hey, this is advice I give that nobody wants, but I give it anyway. People can find you quicker in social media if your name is the first thing.
I know. It's been this. It's just gonna
They
be
gotta
this.
all remember that you're a princess, which is
Yeah.
not that hard to remember.
It's like I gotta
You always
stick
have
with
a nice
it.
dress on, so you know it's not. I get it, but I think I've even looked for you sometimes and then not tagged you in something because I was just like, I can't figure this out right now.
Can't find this bitch.
But yeah, that's what I say to everybody, and some people change it, some people don't care. And Jade Kennapretta took my suggestion that she call herself Jade the movie, and it doesn't make any sense at all.
She took that.
She did it. She really did it, and then reminded me she did it. I was like, oh, I don't know. It seemed like a good idea when I said it.
It's like once you have it for a while, then people are used to finding you by it. So now it's like I don't
I
want to
guess
change
so, but you
it.
want new people. You want people
If you
that
change
don't
your name,
know.
do you still keep all your followers? Like nothing
Oh, on
changes,
Twitter, you
right?
could totally change your name all you want. Like now, I
Twitter.
figured out this thing that
Like Instagram as well.
Yeah, I figured out this thing on Twitter that people do. Now I do, where it's Doug Benson. I put at Just for Laughs or at Comic-Con. Like you can add to your name temporarily an extra piece of information that every time somebody sees your account, they'll know, oh, he's at Comic-Con right now or whatever.
pretty neat.
I mean, if you want the best
You're
stalkers.
saying to your main handle.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But what if you forgot to change it?
You know, I mean,
You'd have to change it every 3 days.
it's hard to miss.
Yeah.
And I do it for big things. I just started doing it. We'll see. If I keep it up because it does also get in that area where like, do you really want everyone to know where you are at every moment? But
I wish we'd
also-
all get off Twitter and it wouldn't exist anymore.
That'd be kind of neat. Or if it like you know, like we got neuralized and just got to start Twitter over again because I sure did have fun with it for a while.
Now it just feels like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also, to me, if I didn't have Twitter, I wouldn't read the paper in the morning, probably wouldn't turn on the TV, you know, might listen to music or something, but I would get none of this stuff that I should know about now.
why should you
And
know
I get-
about it? It changes every day, and it just puts you in a bad mood.
Well, yeah, but you got to know about it. You
Why?
can't- Well, because it's too hard. It's, you know, if you're just going through life not knowing
know,
about it
you're
at all,
right.
you or someone you love
As a
might be
comedian.
fucked over by the things that are happening, you know, that you can
That's true.
try to help change.
I try to avoid knowing about it, and socially, it's you get looked down upon for sure.
Well, that's why he is here, because he is like the Men in Black neuralizer. If you take a dab, you're likely to forget a lot of stuff.
Is this what he's been doing here? Is
Yes,
getting ready
he's
to
just-
dab?
He's the
I've just been
dab
sitting
master,
here,
and
yeah.
he gives the guests the opportunity to dab at the end of the show. He and I always do some dabs. I'm getting better at it. Still not great at it.
Wait, what?
I had
what
an
is
embarrassing
it?
dab hit the other day where I coughed for a long time.
So I think that was after the. I think that was after the camp.
It was in a hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I thought that dabbing was like a little like pocket, or I don't know. What is that? What is
Right,
that?
a little dab will do you. Sounds like a little
Like
thing.
a little. I thought it was a little thing you put in your. I don't know.
Like dipping?
Oh, dipping.
No, that's a tobacco.
like I had a
Oh,
boyfriend who
man.
always had something up here.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't think they make
gross.
those for weed. They just fill a weed with pouch. No, this
That'd
is
be cool.
They do have a
Maybe.
weed version out, I think. I
Really?
saw
For
somewhere.
dipping?
I think
So-
so.
Actually, that wouldn't be
think
cool. I
even
take that back.
I tried
That'd be
it, and it was just like
disgusting.
having a little bag of weed up and
just in your mouth.
jammed up there. Yeah, it was. I didn't get into it.
Yeah, that seems odd.
But or maybe it was a tea bag. I don't know.
Wait, so this gave you, marijuana expert, a cough for a day?
No. A cough for a few minutes.
Okay.
An
not a
embarrassing
whole
cough,
day.
because like, you know, if you take too big of a hit of this stuff, it really comes out of you fast and hot,
It's
and
fine.
What's good about
tears
it?
up your
It gets
throat.
you really high.
it's a higher concentrate. If you have like a lower or higher tolerance, this is something good that'll bring that high. If you've been missing it.
Yeah, if you're like, oh, you know,
That's a pretty good pitch.
yeah. Well, he is a pusher. He is
get that.
he is trying to make people do it.
What
I'm
happens
down
when
to
you
do
need?
one.
That's his
I'm
job
down to
here
do
on the
it.
show. You're gonna do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. I'll do one, but Natasha, you don't have to do it. You know, or he could give you a little one. I mean, there are sizes of dabs. You know, you could put a certain amount of goo on the end of the stick, which also I shouldn't have said. There's so
But
many
it looks
things.
just like a bong.
Yeah, it works
Yeah.
like a bong. It's basically a vape pen that goes through a bong.
Wait.
The way that the oil in a vape pen burns through, it's the same way. It's
What
just,
qualifies it as a dab?
I think
That's a good
just-
question.
I think that you have a heated nail.
But
on
it's
it
a more
like
fun
this.
word to say than concentrate. Is that the?
Well,
idea?
concentrate is the actual product, but
Dabbing
doing-
is what you do
dab
with
is
the
the
concentrate.
action. Yes,
All right.
Okay.
you dab
I'm gonna
with
do one.
concentrate.
Let's
All right,
do
let's
it.
do it.
So,
But also, where's like the creme brulee torch that they normally have?
yeah, that is where the danger comes in a little
I
bit.
don't see the
and
torch.
Avoiding
Look, he
that
hurt
is
his
good.
hand.
Well, that was from something else.
A dab
totally not
accident?
dab related. A dab
Dab
accident.
accident. A dab accident? Is that what you said? That's
Yeah. No, but this is just a power supply that heats this coil and then just keeps the nail hot, and you can be really specific with the temperature that you keep it at. So that way, when you're like torching stuff, there's no control of it. Unless you have like a heat gun, but that's
That sounds.
too high quality for me.
I like doing this here because I'm not going to do this at home. You know
Well, that's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
here for.
Right.
I'm not
No,
going to
I
set
don't
this
have-
up at
I don't
home.
have the equipment.
Here, let me do this.
Our next show is going to be either August 20th or 21st.
Okay.
What happened to 8 or 9? I thought there was a chance for an 8 or 9er. Anyway, our next show is going to be in August. I'm going to be in Montreal this week and Traverse City next week. And
Claire.
Else?
she's doing the dab.
I have a question.
Okay.
This is so much like stuff to take around. I mean, do you do this in your car and like put it up to the lighter? Like these are a lot of contraptions.
No, I just do it at home or on the show. It's really just plugging
a
this
lot.
in and making sure there's water in the bong.
If somebody had a party and they said, "Hey Taylor, the only reason we're inviting you is if you brought all that shit," you'd do it, right?
I could do it for sure, yeah.
Also, I imagine this is like next to someone's like
having a
on their
party?
nightstand next to their bed.
That would be me. Yes, it's next to my nightstand on my bed.
Yeah. Is this
I mean,
one
it's
of
not
many?
hot. You can turn it off, and then
What?
it just becomes an end piece on your table.
How many of these do you own?
I only own one e-nail rig, but I own multiple.
I don't know
bongs.
what a e-nail rig
Like the
is.
e-nail, the power supply
Yeah.
to run to the coil
That's
that
the
keeps it
e-nail.
hot. That's the e-nail. I only have one of those, but I have multiple bongs. But you can put this on
Dude.
any bong you have.
How do you feel about Hillary's e-nails?
Yeah.
All right, let me do one real quick here before we lose time, run out of time. The
Weed
clock-
nerds are like the
The
coolest
clock
nerds.
is ticking. I think so. They're like scientists that don't know
Should
anything.
be like a weed school, like where you learn all this shit.
They're smart, but they don't act better than you. Why am I trying to light it?
There's so many things. Do you need me to move?
So you moving that around is taking the place of a lighter.
Basically,
Yeah.
that is hot, and so the wax that's on the end of this, you put it on there until it melts off into that.
And that's the only way to dab.
Ooh.
That's the only way to dab.
To have some sort of heated surface, and then for the oil to evaporate on that heated surface. Like back in the day, in the 90s and stuff, when there was just hash was the only concentrate, you would put a knife in your stove until the knife got hot, and then put the hash on another knife, and then you touch them together, and then suck it through a straw. It's like real old school.
That led to some serious injuries.
Yeah, I'm sure. But this
was
has gotten
bad.
much
The
more.
original dab, we used a knife.
Yeah,
I
knife
didn't
hits.
do drugs till I was 30. And I'm
I was
glad.
28 when I started. I
was
thought I got like a
25.
2-minute signal about 5 minutes ago. Is this one of those episodes where we're just still talking and you gave me the rapid?
Is the show over?
Where are we at?
I don't think anybody knows.
Okay, here we go. 10 seconds. Thank you, Natasha, and Sarah, and Taylor, and Alicia, and everyone for watching.